What is good, people? Welcome back to my channel. I have a few pieces of news for you today, and we will end on the biggest piece of news, the one I know we're all desperate for, the date of the next patch. So let's jump right in. Undisputed released a vlog style update video not too long ago, and let's give our thoughts.
So we're here in Las Vegas. That's our new Undisputed office. So we're excited to be here. So we're going to be scanning plenty of fighters. So there's fighters that we have announced, and there's actually some fighters that we haven't announced yet. We've got Edgar Berlanga coming through literally a few days before his fight. So he's excited. We're excited to have him here. And yeah, it's just great to be here in Las Vegas, and this is going to be a nice little hang-up for fighters to come out during fight week. Yeah, we've got fighters, coaches, managers, promoters, everybody coming down. So yeah, we're going to have some fun.
It is such a good business idea to create your base of operations in Las Vegas, because when I think about boxing in my head, there are two boxing meccas. That's New York with Madison Square Garden, and then there's Las Vegas with the MGM Grand. When I think about the biggest boxing shows, when I think about fight week, that's what I think about. So any of those locations would have been perfect. It is so much more realistic for a boxer throughout his career to travel to America than it is for him to travel to the UK, to Sheffield. Most boxers have no reason to come to the UK or to come to Sheffield, but in America and Las Vegas, you have so many reasons to be out there. You have all the boxing gyms out there. I know Mayweather's gym is out there. You've got the UFC Institute if you want to check that out and have a look. They recently opened the Sphere, so you can go check that out. And even if you're not on any boxing vibes and you just want to have a good time, it's Las Vegas. You can go gambling, you can go partying, you can go drinking, you can get women, you can just indulge in the Las Vegas lifestyle. So I think this is a very good business decision and will help them get more fighters into the game.
Arnold Barboza Jr., you've just been scanned for the Undisputed boxing video game. How did you think it went?
Oh man, amazing, man. I'm so excited. You know, I played the boxing games my whole life, so I'm excited for this new one.
So that's the end of their vlog video. Just to reiterate what I said before, it's such a good business idea to have your base of operations in Las Vegas, and it's cool to see them not wasting any time, getting stuck right in and scanning fighters right away. I know that Arnold Barboza Jr. was not officially announced on the roster, so there's a new fighter that we know will be in the game. And there was 3 other fighters that I do not recognize that are in the game being scanned. So if you guys know who they are, please let me know in the comment section below. Moving on to the next piece of news. Steel City have hired new people in very prominent roles, as reported by Game Republic. It states, industry heavyweights join Steel City Interactive. Steel City Interactive, creator of Undisputed, the first major boxing game in over a decade, today announced the appointments of industry heavyweights Tim Coupe as VP of Studio and Clive Moody as VP of Product Development. Erstwhile head of studio operations at EA Sports UK, Tim Coupe has an impressive track record of building studios and intensive experience in developing successful global sports franchises. Joining as VP of Product Development, Clive Moody has an outstanding record in development and delivery of critically acclaimed multi-million selling franchises. Ash Habib, founder and CEO of Steel Interactive, said, bringing leadership experience from AAA studios such as EA and Codemasters is the next step of our growth. In our goal to become the world's leading combat sports studio, I truly believe Tim and Clive will build on the success of Undisputed and drive us forward. I started the studio with no games industry experience, a scrappy underdog looking to make a mark. Now with Tim and Clive here, it's time to go pro. Tim Coupe, VP of Studio Steel City Interactive, added, my years at EA Sports and Codemasters have helped me shape my experience of sports franchises. Sharing Ash's vision for SCI and Undisputed, I believe we will create a definitive boxing game franchise. Clive Moody, VP of Product Development Steel City Interactive, said, what Ash and the team have created is incredible. The ambition for going beyond what's been achieved today is genuinely exciting and too good of an opportunity not to take part of helping shape and deliver. Those are the words of Ash Habib, Tim Cook and Clive Moody. Now, these are power positions where these guys will be making big decisions regarding the future and direction of this game, which I'm very happy for them to make. They have a lot of experience coming from Codemasters, and Tim Coupe was head of operations at EA. If you don't know what Codemasters are, they were a small indie company that were acquired by EA. They specialized in making racing sim games, and obviously EA needs no introduction. I feel like the world in which they come from and the standards of those companies they worked for will help imprint onto Steel City and hopefully improve the standards of Undisputed. And while I feel this is a positive, I sadly don't think this is going to be something we'll be reaping the benefits of until Undisputed 2. I believe all these moves and all these hires are to make Undisputed 2 the best possible game it can be and get past all of the hurdles that Undisputed 1 had, but I think that Steel City know that Undisputed 1 is a lost cause, and all they're doing is just the best they can to try mitigate the problems, patch the game, fix what they can. But I think they know it's a lost cause, and like all their focus is being shifted towards making sure Undisputed 2 is a home run. And the third and final piece of news I have for you guys is a projected date for the next patch and DLC pack. And this comes to us by way of the brand new senior community manager named Steve, who put an introduction post in the Discord, which we will now take a look at. Hey folks, I'm a new face around here and you're going to be seeing and hearing a lot of me from now on, so I figured I'd jump right into it with an intro post. I'm the new senior community manager here at SCI, working on Undisputed. I cut my teeth as CM working on sports management games, and I'm coming on board to help shape a new era between the team here and you guys. I'll be honest, I'm a bit behind on my recent boxing history, but I grew up playing a lot of Fight Night and stuff like Def Jam, Street Fighter, watching Ricky Hatton and seeing Amir Khan's rise to the Olympics. So that just goes to prove what I've been saying in previous videos. While it's not essential that you are a huge boxing fan, they keep employing these people that aren't really boxing enthusiasts or boxing purists that don't really care about boxing. I guarantee if you're trying to make a boxing game for the true boxing fans, stuff like that is a negative more than it is a positive. He goes on to say, it's safe to say I enjoy a good punch, and most importantly, my expertise and skills lie in the building and supporting good communities, and is ultimately why I'm here. I'm deeply passionate about community management, and I believe in building a great communication lines between us. Game development is a fluid process full of all sorts of known and usually soon to be known challenges that can often make those comms a little more difficult to lock down. However, we'll always be working on giving you as much as we can as soon as we can. I say we because I won't be doing it alone. My man Jay Shep will be stepping up with me to help build better bridges. You'll continue to see devs hanging around in here too. Let's talk about that actually. Let's talk about Jay Shep. Let's talk about how he's had that job for almost a year. He was supposed to be the voice of the community. He was supposed to speak on our behalf. If we had any issues, we were supposed to go to him, and he was supposed to be the dude relaying it directly to SCI. This guy has been ghosting the Discord for like all over a year. He's been collecting a paycheck for doing literally nothing. In the past year, I've seen him make 2 videos, and that's only because they got rid of Boxing Fanatico and he had to step up. I'm happy that you guys are finally making him work for his paycheck. I can't think of anybody that's done a worse job out of everybody who's been employed by them. I will also say up front, I have a zero tolerance policy for toxicity in the spaces I manage. I absolutely encourage and welcome constructive feedback and friendly discussion, but any language or behavior towards our team or other community members outside of that won't be tolerated. Regardless of your personal enjoyment of the game, devs are full of extremely passionate, hard-working people putting hours of their time and love into their work. They deserve to be spoken to and about with respect. You'll notice here that he's got 15 clown emojis. I'll touch on that when we get towards the end. This extends out to our community too. This space, this game, is full of players who share a love for the sweet science. We should speak to and respect each other with acknowledgement of our shared passion. I might not be as up on modern boxing, but I'm coming out swinging at toxicity. This Discord should be a place for respectful engagement and fun conversation. If you can't treat the folks in here with respect, be prepared to catch these bans. So it's safe to say that there's going to be some changes around these parts. Please take a look at the Undisputed Rules channel, and there's a new moderation system in place, making the most of mod mail. If you have an issue you'd like to discuss with the mod team, please DM mod mail from now on. This will allow the whole team to address the issue together rather than dealing with separate DMs. We'll come back and share more details as we tighten further plans up, but for now, Expect to see some changes to how we gather your feedback in the near future, as well as cleaning up the sheer number of channels in here. If you're excited for the future of Undisputed, I think this is a sick time to be on board. We've got a very passionate team here, and we're working on building better communications to build a better game experience for us all. And while I'm catching up on my history, it'd be awesome if you sent me some clips of your favorite fight, knockouts, etc. I'll be creating a thread called Clips for Steve, so drop me your fave boxing highlights to help me get up to speed on all the best moments. Chat soon. Let's take a look at all the emojis that are here. The biggest emoji is 29 clown, and then mix that with the 15 for the other one. The highest emoji this dude got is clown emojis. Then we have the rainbow flag hinting at something, and then you got the painted nails. Bro, you're getting those emojis because the energy that you came with is that of a feminine woman, bro. This is all like a Karen trying to police everything. Oh, don't be mean, don't be toxic, don't be this. Why are you talking about toxicity, bro? In your very first intro post, read the room, have some more respect for us, bro. How about, yeah, you come here, you introduce yourself, and then you leave it a couple of days, let it breathe, and then you come with your toxicity post, bro. Why don't you take a second to think about why some people are being toxic and directing that towards the devs? Maybe it's because you spent 4 months with a broken game where you went radio silent, didn't touch the game and didn't speak to us. Maybe because you've charged us full price for a broken game that's still in beta right now. Maybe it's because you keep charging people for DLC packs where the fighters are just skins of other fighters. Maybe it's because your most recent patch broke the game completely again, and every single time you've touched the game you end up breaking something else, man. So why don't you spare us with this Karen energy, bro? Because you've only just come on board, bro. I know for a fact you didn't care about this game 2 years ago. You didn't care about this game at full release. This is just a job to you, and that's fine. But how about you show us some respect, introduce yourself respectfully, leave it a couple of days, and then start talking about toxicity. Start trying to come here like you've got a point to prove and be like, I'm going to tackle this, I'm going to tackle that. Yeah, for me, this is not the way you introduce yourself, man. And those clown emojis are well deserved. You may be a cool guy, you might be the best community manager we ever had, bro, but this is a horrible way to introduce yourself. Now we have the update on the projected release date for the DLC pack and the upcoming patch. Crab says, is there an update / DLC coming this week? Steve replies, no DLC this week, folks. Happy to tell you we're aiming for another update and DLC pack late June, early July. Stay tuned for details on the patch. I'm working to get you guys a little taste of what's coming before the update drops. So I'm interpreting that to mean the last week of June or the first week of July with a teaser video beforehand. That will be 8 weeks from the last update, which I prefer a longer update because it gives them more time to work on the game and get it right. Plus, the fact that they want to release a teaser video or some teaser clips is a good sign because it means they're working on things that they wish to show off to us and they want to create hype for. Now, the problem for me is that this update is the final straw in my mind. This for me will be make or break because it will then be 9 months since full release, and you guys took 4 months in between off with 0 updates. So I hope you used all that time wisely to get this game on track. So when this update comes, there will be no excuses. This will need to be a huge swing. Everything previously broken needs to be fixed. Hit detection needs to be fixed. Hook spamming needs to be gone. The Southpaw exploit needs to be nerfed. Straight arm body uppercuts need to be gone. All of these exploits need to be patched out, and I want the game's foundations to be solid and in a great place to build upon going forward. If that doesn't happen in the next update, I'll know that this game will remain broken for its full life cycle and that you guys are incapable of fixing it, because there's no way after 9 months we're still in beta. Every time they release an update, the game is a brand new game. That shows me they don't have a direction or a foundation in which they're building from. They're still changing their mind about what direction the game should go in. It's like when it gets to a year, which is only 3 months away after the next update, are we still going to make these excuses for them? Are we still going to keep giving them these passes? Are we still just going to be like, oh, they're a small indie company, but they're backed by a billionaire, and now they have all of these major players on their team from EA? It's like at a certain point you have to say like enough is enough, and you now have to be held accountable. Also, you've got a full roster of fighters that you haven't introduced to the game, and every time you keep delaying these updates and pushing them back. How long is it going to take for you to get all the fighters that you have on your roster actually in the game? If the life cycle of this game is 2 or 3 years, what if there's a fighter I really want to use and you don't add him till the last 6 months of the game's life cycle? Like, that's gonna suck for me. So you guys need to think about, you've got so many fighters in this game, how are you going to get them into the game? Because you're taking forever right now. That's going to bring us to the end of the video, but I want to hear what you guys have to say. Let me know in the comment section below, what are you guys expecting from the next update? What do you want to see changed? What do you want to see fixed? What DLC characters do you want added in the game? Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content I got coming your way, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.